sign for keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I could help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever put up how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
Yes, indeed, boys and girls. It's Thursday morning, and it's an edition of Butch On Sports, the special edition coming to you nice and lively here. Nice and lively here. I know you love it. I know you love it indeed here. I can do it. I can do it. And I do. Welcome to, this edition of Butch On Sports. Simply Butch here. As always, boys and girls, thanks for tuning in. Yes, thanks for tuning in, boys and girls, to our smorgasbord of sports news that you can't get enough of here. I'm just having a good time here, just doing what I had to do and listening to all the good stuff coming our way. And I tell you, it's a lot of news here. So we'll have at it here with one or two, and trying to find all my good stuff here that I can be very, very, very on time about here, with the sports news we can't get enough of. Today is opening day for baseball. Yes, opening day for baseball. I know, I just know that everybody is ready, set, and ready to go for that there. We'll get to some of that news, if we can find it, for the Detroit Tigers and their lineup for the year, as I'm trying to just scramble everything, get everything on things set, and I don't see my goodies here. So I'm going to kind of press some buttons here. Let's do some things first and get some other things out the way that I know you just can't get enough of here. First and foremost, the National Football League. They're having their meetings going on right now, and some resolutions and approval of some bylaws and playing rules and some goodies here that, again, you just can't get enough of here. Let's deal with the National Football League first and foremost here. Their playing rules and whatnot. I just got it a few minutes ago, and I lost it. I'm pressing buttons left and right. We got this new system in that kind of sets me on up where I want to get out here and just talk my rear end off here. And again, the media advisories for all the new rules and whatnot, it just didn't come up, and I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand what happened to it here, but we'll find it, and we'll find it very quickly, for my sake here, as well as yours, because here here we go. We get one here. We got one up here. National Football League. They approved some new playing rules, and this is a quick summary of those particulars. The first one is by the competition committee, makes a permanent kickoffs rule change that were implemented during the 1918 season. That means kickoff rules stay the same. They wanted to change where the ball be placed on the 35-yard line or the 25-yard line. just didn't whack it here. By the competition committee, they expanded the projection of defensive players. That means you can't go after defensive players and just beat the crap out of them here. By committee, that's going to be looked at a lot more closer. Number three, the change of rule of a double foul when there's a double foul and a change of possession. Those rules is going to be implemented where basically the highest of the two, which they're still doing, is going to be part of that similar commission there. And also the simulation of the new rule on the scrimmage kick rule for a missed field goal. You're not going to get too much out of that, but that's still going to be about the same. And the competition rule also, where the opponent unsportsmanlike conduct rule for committing a foul during a touchdown, that's going to be changed, as well as a free kick to the opponent for unsportsmanlike conduct rule is going to commence when a force doing a successful try or a kickoff there. So when you do that, the other team will have to give you a free kick, and you get the ball back. Yes. And the big rule there, the defensive player there, or the player that, again, it's the replay mode where a player now, such as what happened in New Orleans, where a player is hit and it's an obvious foul, will now be able to look at that particular play if the referees, all 6 or 8 of them, if they miss them. If they miss it, the guy upstairs will be able to go back, look at the film, check the penalty, take it to the field, and a penalty will be called for that mischievous oversight. So the example rule I can give is, for instance, we saw the penalty, it was not seen by any of the officials on the floor, or a penalty was not called by any of the officials on the floor. A referee can go and look at the film, check the penalty, bring it down to the floor, and now call the penalty, making sure that everyone is happy. So that would have been a penalty, which would have been the ball at the point of the foul. New Orleans would have had the ball. And if or if not, they scored a touchdown, neither here or there. But again, the penalty would have been awarded. Time goes back on the clock. And everybody lives happily ever after. I'm just saying, boys and girls, I'm just saying, that would have been the deal on those particulars there. Now, is it a good thing? Many say, well, you shouldn't have did this or that or the other. I say that's the best doggone thing that ever happened since the napkin or toilet paper, maybe, where now the officials are, if they do miss something, they are a lot more accountable of what happens on the field because someone upstairs look at it. The eyes and ears are upstairs. Brothers watching you, whatever you want to call it. And now those particular penalties are not overlooked any longer. I tell you, that is a good move. I think it will bring some legitimacy to playing football. Yes, mistakes are always being made. However, in this particular case, from here on out, the players now no longer will suffer on the field or coaching staff on the field because of the call not being made. So there you have it. There you have it, boys and girls. On those new calls there for the National Football League and its friends, just cleaning up those rules alone will make a lot more legitimacy of goodies in particular here. Do you like it? Do you don't like it? Well, we'll find out during the season because always something is loaded up in the bandwagon there where now you don't have to worry about no longer those those mistakes being made on the field there. No longer. You have to go through all of that. Well, Detroit Tigers will start their season off today in Toronto. Yes, in Toronto, boys and girls, the Detroit Tigers now are ready to go. We did have the lineups, not the lineups per se, but the 25 men, and for some reason, it disappeared from my notes, and I'm just not having it here right now. Here, I'm looking all the way down my screen. I don't see it. It's just like I never saw it at all. However, we'll do our best to kind of get you together there. Meanwhile, the Detroit Tigers in their number two, their celebrations for 1919, they got new giveaways, promotions, family events, and also the 84 World Champions, a tribute of the deck fans, encourage to, they'll bring the opening day on April the 4th, which is next week. And they'll be playing the Cleveland Indians on those. No, not the Cleveland Indians. Well, who will they be playing? Kansas City Royals, followed by the Cleveland Indians between the 9th and the 11th. So, normally the gates are open at 11 o'clock. They're going to open at 10 o'clock on opening day. Suites and hospitality suites will be available 2 hours before the start of the game. Fans are encouraged to get to the ballpark early to leave or relieve themselves from all kind of delays. There's going to be all kind of security screenings, which include the walkthrough of the handheld metal detectors and stuff. They're going to be a lot more used now these days for the method of better security and people in the ballpark now. The mobile ticket has been a prime concern with a lot of us there. If you don't know what the mobile ticket is that you get your ticket uploaded on your telephone, if you carry a telephone, and you use your telephone to show your ticket, bring it up on the telly, and they'll scan your telephone, and that gets you into the ballpark. Some fans love it. Many of us fans don't, because again, where you can get a paper stub or what it may be there. Some ballparks are making that very unlimited to do there. And I don't think it's too cool. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's kosher. But they're doing it now. Pretty soon when the fans don't like it anymore, they'll make their good iota to be known about that particular there. But again, that celebration of those particulars, of those rules now, be aware it's going to take a lot more time to get in the ballpark, do your thing. So, get in there, be aware of all those particulars going on down there. Authentic Collections are going to be having new good stuff there. The 1918 Hall of Famer Jack Morris and Alan Trammell memorabilia are going to be available there. Official majestic on-field jerseys and caps. They got more of those, and they're going to give away this year a lot more of those particular jerseys. It's the 100th anniversary of the Detroit Stars Negro League celebration. And speaking of the Negro League celebration, they used to play in Hamtramck, the park now where they use in order to show not hockey, but soccer and football. There's been a proposal up in the air in that particular city to redo that particular stadium. I've always said, if the big-time businessmen in Detroit were very smart, they would redo that stadium anyway. And we probably would have had a professional soccer team by now within the confines of the city of Detroit. which we do not have, because everybody wants a brand new stadium just for soccer only. And I don't see it. I don't see it to be a kind of a purposeful thing that they can use that for there. But we'll see what happened there. We'll see what happened. Matter of fact, the old car is loaded up too. Cars are loaded up on the Chevrolet tower there. Again, baseball is here. They'll get that all together for your dining and dancing pleasure. This upcoming for tomorrow. All kind of baseball, all kind of free baseball on TV and stuff that Major League Baseball Network, ESPN. Hey, don't lose sight, boys and girls. You'll get it on. We talk about the Detroit Pistons now. There, Detroit Pistons are in 7th place in the Eastern Division of getting the playoff spot. They've been playing very spotty. Sometimes they feel like a nut, sometimes they don't. The bad thing about it is the Miami Heat and also the Orlando Magic are playing their rear ends off. One of those teams are in the playoffs now, and that's the Orlando Magic. Not far from them is the Miami Heat, and which those two are very hot teams. Detroit Pistons can screw around if they want to and play the old game, and I'm using the phrase, sometimes I feel like a nut and sometimes I don't, and miss out on all the good stuff there. Again, they're in 7th place. The Pistons, as well as a good team that they are, they should be in the playoff, but the spotty play by many of their players is bad. So, without saying, that has to get cleaned up quick, fast, in a hurry, or, I tell you right now, it's going to be very tough to watch baseball, or should I say basketball, in the city of Detroit. And they're not going to let them forget it either. Not going to let them forget it at all. So there. I tell you right now, Pistons got to get together. Red Wings, for the younger team, and they got rid of some of the better players and whatnot going to the other teams because they're going for playoff ramifications. You can't be all sour about it. I can't. They're going to do the best they can when there may be 6, 7 games to go for the season end. So, I highly recommend and support them because I do believe next season is going to be a way better season than many have planned to see. And that's going to be absolutely a goodie that I think we can't get enough of, period, here. And I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Here we go, boys and girls. And I found it. The opening roster for the Detroit Tigers. Let me give you that information here right now, as I just put it in the wrong envelope here. So the pitchers. And I'll pronounce it by their last name: Alcantara, Boyd, Farmer, Garrett, Green, Hardy, Jimenez, Moore, Norris, Ross, Stump, Turnbull, and also Jordan Zimmerman. Those are the pitchers, 13 of them on the roster. Greeny, Hicks are the 2 catchers. 6 infielders: Beckham, Cabrera, Canaleros, Guttram, Harrison, and Mercer. Of course, a couple of those are brand new members of the team. And outfielders, we have 4 of them. Nicholas Castellanos, Mountooth, Peterson, and Stewart are the outfielders for the Detroit Tigers. That's 25 men on the roster, on the team. Now, you got what you need to know for the Detroit Tigers when they have their game at 3:37, the beginning of their season in Toronto. That is today, boys and girls. Not 1 o'clock, but 3:37 is the game time in Toronto for the start of the 2019 season for that everyday roster for the Detroit Tigers. We talked about the Red Wings, the Pistons. Did we talk about the Detroit Lions? No. We talked about the rulings, though. And I thought those rulings were... And then also I saw Roger Goodell on his press conference today. I thought it was very dry. Royally dry. And he asked a question, and some of the media wanted to know about Robert Kraft, which they didn't say too much about because, again, that's under litigation. And being as under litigation, we can't say too much about it. Well, they didn't. But all the rulings or whatever it may be, I think it's kind of like, let's wait and see, boys and girls, because nothing can be further than the truth of how that's going to go about there. And that, by the way, those rulings that I mentioned for National Football League is only a 1-year probational period. If they don't pan out, they can remove them from the cycle, and they won't be rules no more. So it's a wait and see situation. Finally, you will find that you'll find that is the free day is back at Comerica Park. Yes, the fans got an opportunity to see the experience for free on a particular Friday. That Friday will be. Did they put down a date again here? Yeah, I'm seeing a date, then I'm seeing a new name that day will be Friday, May the 31st in Detroit. There will be no charge for no fan. Everybody walking into Belle Isle will be free. No parking on the island. I gotta mention that. Okay, so you gotta find a parking space outside of the venue. Only cars that are already approved for that particular situation will be let into the particular park in order to do that there. Park the cars. Some of the media, as well as the participants, and also special officials and whatnot there. But there'll be free stuff there. Some bands will be going. You'll be able to watch the track and sit on down and watch the cars go around the track. You'll find areas where the areas be clear, where some of the racers will come out and just talk to you and autograph your stuff and take pictures with you and selfies and all kind of good stuff. But yes, the free day will be back on May the 31st. May the 31st. That's right after the holidays. And yes, again, you can follow along happily ever after for the Grand Prix that week that will last on June the 1st and the 2nd, which are those particulars. Now, NBC is the master blaster for the Grand Prix. No longer ABC no more. So you can't get seeing them whoring from Channel 7 and whatnot there, all this stuff. Channel 4 is the official Grand Prix network. So, I'm sorry, Channel 7, you not there anymore. We enjoyed you for whatever it may be. Congratulations to Mike Barnhart. He used to be with Detroit Lions. He's with Comerica Bank now, and I see him on the list of public relations stuff there for Comerica Bank. Congratulations to him. He used to be with Detroit Lions. He is missed. I tell you, me and Matt, we had our little things here, but we all got ways got along, and he is missed. And hopefully I get to see him out there at the Grand Prix in, in May. Well, I gave you a little my do-wah ditty on today's Butch On Sports there of things that are going on quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm just going to tell you that Butch On Sports is a presentation of My Darling Productions. You check out Butch On Sports on Facebook, SIMPLYBUTCHTOO.powdermag.com is another place you can go for it. Give me a like on Facebook at Butch On Sports' page. You can also go to the GameSportsShow.com, okay? And you also check out our goodies there. I also invite you to listen to the game on 95.1 Eagle, WUPN, of course. Gentlemen, fix my credentials. They put the wrong affiliation on there. I can't take it anymore. Just saying. By the way, a lot of colds and stuff been going on out there. Kind of watch yourself and where you're going and what you do there and keep yourself well and abreast because it's getting warmer. It doesn't mean it's safe for everybody there, okay? Hey, I'm done with it all here. Again, Butch On Sports is a presentation of My Darling Productions. Have a great day. Opening day, everyone. We'll be back at this stuff here, assuming everything is cool and I'm getting my wind back here and walking a lot better. And getting everything together next week. We'll be on the air on Monday afternoon before the game, which is Monday evening. I'll double duty that day. Have a good one.